My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back. Whew, to Curse the Dead Gods. There will have been no break in the uploads of these on YouTube, but I have taken a couple days off of this series in particular. I've been recording other things in the meantime, as well as just wrangling with some PC issues in the meantime. Maybe we'll get into that over the course of the run, but what we'll immediately get into here is trying to spend a couple of these skulls quite effectively. So I'm thinking maybe I want to jump off of a couple of these. Now, Serpent's Bounty, non-optional champions or bosses to drop 5 pieces of gear instead of 2, right? So this is not going to give us the extra gear for the optional champions and bosses in the 4th tier dungeon. I only make this point not because I thought it would, but because there have been a few comments talking about specifically utilizing that in that fashion. Never was going to work there. However, we have the money to buy pretty much any of these at this rate. So Charles' Treasure, gain 2 perception each time you make a gold offering. So I'm thinking of something like a Reptilian Hunger, Sir Charles' Treasures, gaining a bunch of perception, using that gold in order to make sure that I can make gold offerings consistently, even if I don't necessarily want them. And then, if I am going to be trying to greed counter, maybe I also go for Grace of the Tempest, gain 1 dex each time you complete a room without taking damage. This is very much a go big or go home kind of build. Ooh. 3 new events there at the bottom. Let's have a look, though. Old Nightmare, we've seen this one before, but it is in the Serpent Dungeon this time. Mad Temple. The temple can be the greatest of all enemies when its traps come to life. Any contact with the trap may be deadly, rather. Cheat death with its powerful relics before it takes you. And then Darkest Explorer in Eagle Temple. Cool. I'm going to go into the Awakening of the Dead God, though. I really do want attributes early, and I also really do want to fight that boss early as well. I like fighting the champions. Gives me a couple drops, which is nothing bad. Those drops are usually quite high quality, which is also not bad. Sometimes they are the champion weapon as well, Bloodstake, which ain't half bad. Get a cursed weapon, start trying to focus around a little bit. Part of the reason I wanted to change off of Reptilian Hunger is because a lot of the time I'm finding here that I end up focusing exclusively on one weapon rather than building a 2-hander as well as an off-hander or a main-hander that I'm really, really happy to use. So instead I want to just focus on having the one weapon, utilizing the others when they're appropriate. Okay, as long as the first isn't the Eagle Dungeon, I'm pretty happy here. Yeah, so I should have been trying to get some Alchemist shots in there, plus 20% base damage for all throwing weapons, sure. Yeah, I should have been trying to get some Alchemist shots in there when possible. Yeah, I'm not even going to risk that. Actually, you know what? We can. Beautiful. Okay, let's use the spear a little bit more. Again, should have been using the Alchemist just a little bit there. Would have been nice. Okay, nothing doing there either. Although up here, I am led to believe we shall find a plus 2% base damage per 1,000 gold carried. We're going to be... There's going to be a high turnover rate of gold for us. So that doesn't seem like that one's going to be too useful for us. I was ready for that one as well. It's fine. Although it does mean I'm going to have to pay for one of these. Right? Because I want to get perception. So I have to make it a gold offering rather than a blood offering now. And then having completed that room without taking damage, I will also get a point of dex. First boss in the Serpent Temple, I mean, I'm reasonably okay against this boss. Although I'm probably going to lose my greed counter. Yeah, there goes the greed counter. If I had to try and keep that greed counter alive, I would almost certainly end up taking damage in this fight. I believe, at least. Okay. We just... Perfect. 2, 3... Let's make them weak and then never damage them when they're weak. That seems like a strategy right there. It's a strategy to do no damage, sure, but it's a strategy nonetheless. Just gotta make sure that I don't end up triggering any of those mines on myself. The point of Dex is at stake here. You. Please. None of that business, thank you. Woo. We're really going to want a golden hourglass as soon as we can get one. For the sake of trying to keep our reptilian hungers in champion and boss fights. If we can. I don't know if we're going to be keeping them in boss fights, but... at least champion fights, because I want to keep them for a couple rooms' time. So all good, all good, all goods. 2. Back up. There's no reason for me to have to rush here at all. By all rights, I should be past that. Like, maybe I'd set myself, excuse me. Oh, the mines on the outside of the field were making it impossible for me to dodge outwards. Which is kind of where I needed to be. Whew. There's another one. Try and trigger a couple of those ones on the outside that I just mentioned, being an issue for us previously. I want to make new mistakes, not the same mistakes. So if I want to try and get Ket Yatam, I've got to burn the enemy. Yeah, that sucks. That was really bad. Again, it was just an issue of there was a mine on the outside, so I miss out on a point of dex there. I've been working so hard to try and get it as well. You are actually kidding me, right? I tried to burn the enemy and then kill them while they were on fire for Ket Yatam, and instead I stood up close and personal and took a bunch of corruption there. Thankfully, I get to clear all my corruption for having completed this fight. So all I've really lost is the point of dex. Plus 30% against elite champions and bosses. Easy pick up there. Plus 30% against elite champions and bosses. Easy pick up there. All right. Just heavy upgrades on my main weapon set at the moment. At least in terms of the elite champions and bosses, and those are the ones that I need to be most vigilant against. Taking that gold, thank you very much, Lee. Actually starting to use the Alchemist Fire Stick a little bit. Alright, try upwards. I always forget which of those is the better path. This seems likely to have been the better path overall. As long as we get as many of those greed kills, and I just need to ball out of control by starting. Oh, 50% extra fire attack. Sure, I've got a blazing sword. Yeah, I just need to get the extra gold early on so that I can start balling out of control in terms of the perception gain. That's also why I've gone to this relic shop rather than the question mark. Because question mark seems like it was less likely to... Ooh. I mean, the other one's more trapped, so that's probably better. Yeah, because the question mark seemed like it was less likely to have a shrine in it, by which I mean this one is guaranteed and the other one was not. Ah, no! No! Whew. Alright, that actually ended up working out pretty well there. As soon as I saw the Blade Master, I was a little bit threatened. Thankfully, we had decent enough damage to take him down quite quickly. That'll do it. Try parrying me when you're dead. Whew. Nice. Try. And we even got the extra gold from that as well. Gold offerings remove 5 corruption. Sure, I already am planning to gold offer wherever available. So anything that makes gold offerings better in any way, or more achievable even, is quite good for us. Unfortunately, didn't have the ability to open up that side passage there. Dang. Well, I had the ability, I just didn't do it. Gold offerings remove 10 corruption. That's pretty good. Let's take it. That said, if I'm paying for everything without using corruption, where am I gaining all of this corruption that I'm trying to remove with... Wait, did I not? Did I not just purchase that? Why have I got so much corruption? Did I purchase it with blood accidentally? Did I like pilot to doing it with blood? I thought I had 2,000, so... What? Did I just randomly buy that with blood, despite the fact that I could have done it with other stuff? Please tell me the answer is no. Otherwise, I'm liable to feel very embarrassed. Whew. That wasn't a perfect roll, actually, so I lose my green kill counter. I thought I was just going to perfect roll through that, and that was going to be how I maintained it, but evidently not. That's fine. At least I didn't take damage in order to lose it, right? That's what we really got to avoid if you want to try and keep growing on that dex. Plus 20% base damage for whips. Yeah, I might get a whip. Kind of really depends what the first weapon that drops for us is. Weapon upgrade. Plus 20% damage against uninjured enemies. So oftentimes that'll just be, you know, the opening of the fight. Ooh, restore 1% of max health for each enemy killed. That's some decent anti-attrition. There's another gold offering for you. Oh, you get 30 between rooms. Yeah, okay, I know. Destroying an enemy has a chance of triggering an earthquake. Cool. Yeah, you get 30 corruption between rooms in this mission, not 20, which is why the math wasn't working out perfectly for us previously. Okay, I gotta try and parry this boss more. And then once you're in this mode, it's time to just get the ever-loving hell away. Dang. Missed both of those, unfortunately. And that one. No spinny attack again, please. Thank you. Dang. Really timing early on those right now. Kind of need you to start your spinny attack. There we go. Because that's when I know we're safe to start going back in. So I think the drop condition here is kill the enemy while they are weakened. And I believe we just did with that parry. Still only a 20% chance to have gotten the drop, which we did not. Scorpion Spear. This one is going to remove corruption. I think I already remove enough corruption myself. You know what? I'll take that, and I'll offer this for 60 HP. Go into the next room. You know what? I actually think that this whole path that I chose was garbage. Maybe it wasn't exactly ideal. Whoa, almost. Whew. Man, that was a hell of a room, but we managed to get through it without even so much as a nick. Nary a graze. Seldom a scrape. Hey, and it's already done as well. Nice. Okay. Plus 20% if your secondary is a whip. We do kind of want whips, but we also kind of want to keep this Blazing Blade as it currently stands. It's good enough. Barbed whip. +1 per point of dex. Charged attacks weaken enemies. Extra damage against uninjured enemies. Damn, I think I take that barbed whip. Because if it's charged attacks weakened enemies, a lot of the time I'm going to use this to try and open up the fight, bringing the enemy towards me. Obviously, I'm gaining perception consistently. So it just seems like this is a great idea. Also, there is a large consideration to the fact that the offhand attack for this weapon... I know, I never use offhand attacks. I'm trying! But the offhand attack for this weapon is an AoE hit, and that is going to matter here. Rude. At least I don't have to worry about trying to keep my perfect for the sake of the Race of the Tempest here. It's already gone, so now I can kind of just relax and play. Really? Fine. I'll just work my way through the boss to get to the true enemy here. The Serpent. Since I'm not really kind of keen on parrying this enemy yet, I'm just gonna weaken you with the whip. No! I was certain that one was gonna hit me. Really? You bugged out? There we go. That's more what I was expecting. Woo! Just in time to prevent that hit. Clear out all the rest of my corruption again. Plus 30% to poison attacks. Well, I mean, we have the spear. Each greed kill removes 1 corruption. Okay, that's definitely coming along with this. That'll go over the 5 corruption removal, and this should probably go over the throwing weapons. I don't know if this is the best way for us to try and get consistently more powerful. I think we go weapon stats, maybe money, maybe question marks, stats, enemy, and then upgrade. Or relic if we still don't have a weapon that we're really keen on. Come on, Jaguar. Come on. Not Eagle. Don't do me like that. Although the Jaguar can still have Eagle enemies in it. Hey, Jaguar! At least I'm familiar with the dungeon layouts. Dragon Sleep Gun. Offhand combos deal critical damage. It's up against the whip, though. I will be eating that one, thank you. The whip was quite uniquely good for us at that time, so figured I don't really want to change out of that. Perfect. Poison. Scales extra per point of dex. It's 2 levels higher, which may actually be enough that the plus 30% against elite champions and bosses is just outweighed by picking up this Scorpion Spear. If we're not picking up the most expensive thing every time as well, now we have the ability to make more offerings. Although, Seeker Mace, plus 5% base damage per level of relics carried, plus 20% base if you're secondary as a whip. It scales with perception. It has a chance to inflict fire damage. You know what? I don't use maces often. Go towards the things that scare you, right? Isn't that the idea? Then I'll go to the weapon. If I have to pay for one of these with blood, I don't think that'd be the end of the world. Oh! My exit route there was a little bit... Just using this setup knockdown is actually like real fun. And quite consistent. All the fun will stop when suddenly I hit an enemy who's just like power stancing at the time or something like that, but until such time, whee! Ooh, just straight up plus 6 dex. All right, I like that. Let's take that over fire attacks, maybe, but I think we'll actually check this first, just in case we see a fire attacking thing that's great. I may actually just want to buy something, like just something garbage for the stats. Did I did pick up the poison spear, didn't I? Yeah. No, I didn't. Okay, hang on. So we actually still do want a two-handed weapon as well. Sure, I'll take a reroll. Warmonger claws. Scales with this, no dex. Gusting glaive. No, I'm really looking for a two-hander here. Scales with constitution. Still a much higher level. Each kill restores 1 more stamina. Gives us the ability to get rid of the poison damage relic. I think we take another reroll looking for a two-handed weapon that's a higher level. Ooh. Fully charged shots weaken enemies. Crippling bow. Kind of not a great crippling bow, to be honest. That's got to be our last reroll, right? Except for this one. No! That would have looked good if we got the right thing. Oh, fine. Yep. Yep. We just whiffed hard on all that stuff. I'm gonna take the primal hammer. And then definitely take Yartz's pendant over... Maybe over the Jaguar Claw? Yeah, because I didn't go back into fire. The Seeker's Mace has a 20% chance to inflict fire damage, but yeah, 30% extra damage on 20% of your attacks is very minimal. Well, at least I'm going to get to buy the double stats in both of the upcoming stat rooms, and I'll feel pretty good about that. Or, pretty good about stat. That's just a little joke we like to tell here in the dungeon. What do you got for me, friend? Plus 15% damage against weakened enemies. I do fight weakened enemies almost exclusively. Plus 20% damage on whips. You know what? I can trade it for the Snake Fang, definitely. I'm pretty attached to this whole whip opener, finish the fight damn near instantly kind of nonsense we're doing. It's pretty enjoyable. Ooh, another relic of exactly the same proportion. I think I will take the negative corruption on this one, and that's literally just due to space. It's just, unfortunately, all of the other things that we have are slightly better. Primal Hammer is still a level higher than the Sky Hammer here. So, we'll get rid of the Sky Hammer there. Gimme Tomokken's Shal there. Yeah, those enemies move fast enough that I don't think I really wanted to open with the slow attack and try and continue doing that again and again. Another Grace of the Tempest for us. Yeah, I'll go to the unknown. We have a lot of money. If this is a shrine of any kind, we're pretty happy about it. If it's a haven, then, well, I mean, maybe I would even heal once at a haven. Don't really have good anti-attrition, so maybe that'd actually be necessary. Barbed Whip trading for the Blazing Shield here. We could have some anti-attrition in the 1% of max HP per enemy killed, but we can also get 2 perception by destroying that instead. And we do use our perception. Also, you know, don't want to get rid of the whip combo yet. I don't know how many times I'm going to end up saying it. Excuse me. Now, I'm actually really happy with this because I have a heavy weapon for breaking down that door. It's part of the reason to have held on to this weapon in particular. Okay. Now, in here, I've just got to be ready to fight. to fight full stop. Yeah, just to fight a tiny room there. Unfortunately, it wasn't a chest, but we did get a decent amount of gold. We also just picked up more enemies, right? And that's good gold for us as well when we have a 40 greed counter. Perfect. Gold offerings remove more corruption. You know what? I don't think I need more corruption removal. I'm actually going to take the 8% max HP there. I think that's pretty significant for significant for us at that point. Sorry. Oh man, so much gold. Get over here. Same hammer I turned down a couple rooms ago. Nothing has changed. I'll be turning it down again. This is the only instance I'm aware of there being a broken wall on a south wall, because you can't otherwise spot it. So the environment there really has to tell you, hey, that's there. Thump. +6 dex. Again, quite good. Torturing. No, that one's going to be 8% max HP. 8% max HP here again, though? So 6 dex is +12% damage to everything. So +20% base damage for whips, or +12% base damage for everything. I'm going to take the +12% base damage for everything out of that one. It's also worth noting, at the moment, our Gleaming Sapphire is almost 60% extra damage. There is a reason we are hitting like an absolute truck. As well as the kills, the greed kills are giving us 50% extra damage at the moment as well. Alright, some Occanyarts. Thank you muchly. I'm almost certainly going to end up losing the effect in this boss room. I'm fine with that. It happens. Whoop. Yeah, unfortunately I lost it right there by not hitting the enemy. Got the parry on you though. Do the first hit. Nope, first hit. There you go. Parried again. I mean, maybe I should also parry the Sun Form, try and get this one instead. Never gotten the Sun Form drop. Okay, and now that we parried you 3 times, we can actually already get your drop. Let's get it, you know? I haven't had this one in this series yet. Plus it is a claw. Ah, we missed it. Although, Scorpion Spear, +20% critical damage. Extra, yeah, it's everything I wanted on it. Thank you very much. I'll be taking that. +2% of base damage. So do I want 20% extra damage from this on everything? Not really. And the reason being because as I spend my money, I'm going to be degrading the value of that significantly. Yeah, we need to go to upgrade shrines and upgrade our weapon at this point, I think. And then next floor, we need to focus on relics and anti-attrition. Scorpion Spear is at least some healing. which I should probably utilize while I can right here. Finishes cost no stamina, negative corruption. We'll take the negative corruption there. Hell yes, good room right there. Negative 10 to the gold offering cost. Yeah, that's an offer. Just because of the slot space being pretty tied up at the moment. Oh my god. The damage of this gets really nutty. And Seeker's Mace is also going to scale a lot next floor when we start trading out our relics for level 3 and hopefully maybe level 4 relics. Although there is a fair argument to be made that I should just try and hold on to as much money as possible. And maybe that's the reason that stacking perception is something we really want to do here, right? Because then we can try and avoid as many of the curses that occur after the end. That's possible. I like it. We'll see. We'll see. Might be something we do, might not be something we do. Who knows? I don't want to light you up. There we go. Chunked off a good quarter. Get some stamina back before I do anything else. Okay. I'm just trying to see the pixels of them that I can up in the corner of the screen and see if I still have the ability. Hang on. To spot what attacks they're about to do and appropriately respond. Out of the way. Away again. No, no hitting, please. We actually may get a Grace of the Tempest here. I jinxed myself, didn't I? Yep. Yeah, I did. I'm not particularly superstitious, but I definitely feel like if you think about it, you might ruin it for yourself. Ooh, heal 18% of a gold offering amount. Up against that is 3 divine favors. Good lord. Gleaming Sapphire here looks pretty good too. This one's actually big enough that I would take. Alright, I'll take the Gleaming Sapphire there. Then Humble Tiara also really wants to come along on the ride. 3 divine favors, though. 18% of gold offering amount healed every time, though. That's all of the anti-attrition. That's what I was asking for, right? That's all of our anti-attrition. Okay. Oh, this is a weird one. I guess I do go to a Haven early because I really want to go then up to stats, upgrade. So, yeah. You did it. You got me to go to a Haven that I have no intention on using. Well done, game. I could probably even pay corruption for some of the upgrades here. So that I can try and save some money for the Gleaming Sapphire and such. Grace of the Tempest. I didn't even think about the fact that that would trigger after I finished a Haven room. I'll take the 12% to max HP there. Get the baby! Yeah, elite baby is a bad baby, but we got the baby. I mean, +1 base damage per point of dex, and I do have 30 dex, actually. But I could also just get +3 dex by not using that weapon. That's equally viable. No! You baby? How dare you? There goes my Grace the Tempest and the other one here. Plus 15% to critical damage. If that was a 45, I'd take it, but it's not. So instead, I'll be taking the negative corruption on that one. Maybe I should have just run out of there without trying to do anything, but it felt like it was easy. Yep. Yep. Over here, dang it. Beautiful. Alright. Plus 45 to fire attacks. No. Plus 6 to all healing effects. No. But I still do want to make an offering, right? No, I don't. I do want to start saving a little bit of money. You know what? Just getting out of there. I would rather secure my point of dex. As well as, I guess, maintain my, at the moment, pitiful greed stacks. It won't be pitiful for long. Plus 15 to poison. Definitely not going to keep that one. I mean, I don't need the anti-attrition relic if all of the things that get dropped are just anti-attrition for me. Kind of sounds like me complaining, and it only sounds like that because it is. I really like this combo. I might be just like overutilizing it, but also, where's the problem it's occurred? Where's the problem it's occurred? What problem has occurred as a result of it? Like, not many? Probably within the margin of, oops, with normal strategies? Yeah, I still don't go with double weapon upgrade. Oh, is that the dagger that scales with dex? Perception, rather, and it is. That actually doesn't do a ridiculous amount more damage than the barbed whip. I think I'm gonna keep that whip then. Yeah, that's my bad. Gave him too long. It's okay. We have time to work this up a little. I just kind of like being in a position where my gold is still super important at this point, rather than being something I kind of have to leave by the wayside. This is what I like about Gleaming Sapphire runs in general. Yeah. It's a lot of money now. I think I now pay with blood. It'll get us a curse, and then the next upgrade will also get us another curse. Okay. We're hallucinating now. Don't love it, but it is happening. So, HP. I guess I probably could have waited until the room was over to complete that. It's 30% damage against weakened enemies. I do like... Ooh, and 6x. Okay, yeah, we definitely end up taking that then. Gold offers remove 10 corruption. Greed kill removes corruption. I think we might be in the realm of starting to lose the Ring of Purity and the Ancient Censer. We're just so close to the end of the game that I think... I should have lost the other one, I think, actually. Although, wait, I just have the ability to go back and do that correctly. So I think I will in a sec. Nope. I don't care if you're elite champion or boss. I specifically picked up extra damage against y'all. Okay, this goes over the Ring of Purity, I think. Just because, like, I'm guaranteed to have 10 here, guaranteed to have 10 in the next one as well. Are there going to be 20 enemies there that I fight and specifically get with greed kills? Maybe, but also maybe not. But also, I'm not making gold offerings anymore, so I guess it doesn't matter either way. Actually, it does matter either way, right? It's the other one we should have taken as a result of that. Whoops. Come on. Killed enemies have a chance to trigger a lightning blast for a short time. Ooh. Love a good easy room. Thank you very muchly for it. Very kind of the dungeon to have done very little there to opposes. Yeah, I figured this was one that we were going to be able to return back over the bridge. Whoa! Okay, so Lightning Blast is not just a strike from heaven. It's also a thing we've got to roll over after the point. Dang. I'll take money. Well, that's messed up a few things for us, unfortunately. It's quite likely to end up messing up a lot more as well. Again, taking the money there. Yep. I just finished the first roll. I didn't even have time to roll again against the hit there. Definitely eating that one. Definitely that one too. Well, at least now we know next time we go up against this curse exactly how rough it can be. I mean, it does at least hit enemies. Oh. Just out of range then. Gosh, I'm taking a lot of hits in this room. If I want to heal, I may have to make a gold offering. Okay, got away from all of that, thankfully. Taking the rest of this money. Okay, hang on. We'll check south first. Yeah, fair enough. I hope this is enough money, but I really feel like I need to be stacking every cent. Yeah, those triggering a wave of those explosion effects doesn't seem great for me. Doesn't seem like that's gonna keep us happy and healthy. I'll still go past the relics here, but it's going to take a particularly ridiculous relic to get me to actually buy one. Ooh. That's interesting. I was in mid-roll. You can't roll through that lightning attack. Gonna need to remember that one, because it really seems like you should be able to roll through that lightning attack. Evidently, no. Just having a whip so that I can take care of the reliquary orb is so nice. That thing sucks without it. Speaking of, let's just open that fight by taking the reliquary orb out. 30% extra damage once in darkness. Charge attacks weaken enemies. This would be more useful in the final fight. Okay. That's what I get for trying to change up the weapon I was using there. Like I should have needed to do it. Definitely gonna be taking the 3 constitution from that. And we actually have ridiculous stats. Here's hoping they kind of just carry us through the final fight. So I did well-ish against the final fight last time. I got to at least whatever the second phase is. There may be another phase thereafter. There may not. The second phase was very hyper-aggressive. I may actually have to just start trying to learn to parry it really early on, because that might... my charge attack didn't go off fast enough. That might ultimately be where we end up heading. Having to parry that enemy just because they're so aggressive. I don't want to try and fight them normally a bunch of times, not learning how to parry, and find out at the very end that they're so aggressive that if you don't parry, you're not really dealing damage. Extra Glod. $150% damage taken in gold. No. No. Also, no. Fine. We're taking a whole mess of money to the end of the game. Hey, oh. Just quickly get out of the way on that. There's your parry. I gotta learn how to parry the boss's parry here. Because if I could parry their parry, suddenly we have so many more opportunities to deal damage. Okay, into your third. Whew! Good rolls right there. Nice. That's probably my best Avatar of Eagle fight, but I am all caked up on value at this point. No Visions of Madness for me. Next to lightning, no. Okay, I guess we're just losing the corruption, gaining the golds. Here we go. I forgot the actual costs of these. I imagine they're not counted as gold offerings, but they might be, in which case we get to heal up a little bit. Okay. Hang on. The most expensive thing in all of them is 5,000? Okay, I can get all of those. Regain 100% of max health. 10% of max health is randomly healed or inflicted as damage. Your highest level, all your weapons gain a level. Definitely going to want to use that one. All your relics gain a level as well. Oh my god, that's so good. My Seeker Mace is going to really like that. And that actually full healed me as well. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to inflict 25% of my max health as damage. Because I do want to also save 10,000 for the final fight so that my Sapphires are as online as they can be. And then all my weapons are going to gain a level. Counts as a gold offering. We get 900 HP back from it. Hello. How's it going, bud? Why don't you come out here, eh? Let's quickly have a look at the effect. Interesting. Okay, we have... Right, so it's increased their affixes. As expected. And the Seeker Mace is pretty happy about that because the base damage per level of relics carry just increased across the board. Nice. And then we also upgraded the level of our weapon as well, so it's very much going to be a Seeker Mace fight through and through. At least wherever available. Ah! Rude. How dare you remove my curse? Oh my god, you actually get greed kills and normal kills? Those aren't like summons? Ah, rude. Unfortunately, they were up against the walls, so we couldn't roll behind them there. This means that anti-attrition, which is based on killing enemies, is totally viable. Also, greed kill strats. No! I tried to parry. That's not why I initially got hit, by the way. I didn't try and parry, and that's why I got hit in the first place. I tried to parry after I was being hit. Because I have heard that could help. Fancy footwork right there. Alright. I need some time to get my stamina back. Give me a moment, boss. No! Give me a moment, boss! No! Now we got this form. Interesting. Okay, so you got a pistol. Oh, that's a lot of strikes. Rude. Oh, that's a homing shot that just keeps coming back. Stop. Okay, unfortunately, that was one of those that you parry and the enemy is just like, okay, I'm going to continue with the attack, though. I don't love those. Again, they just do it. So if you can't parry it to prevent that one, what do? Just, like, keep rolling and hope you don't get hit by more than half of them? Did we just... No third phase? Not over until I end the match. I mean, it's a cutscene. It's feeling like it might be a little over, but I'm not gonna get juked by the game like this. Ah, yes. It's time to P-A-R-T-Y because I gotta. It's time to party. P-A-R-T-Y because I gotta. Clovis Pardieux, the champion of death. We had 15 perfect rooms. We utilized the offhand weapon a decent amount. Offhand combos, rather a decent amount, especially after we got the whip. We utilized whips as a kind of like newish weapon type. We didn't even hold a single claw all game, although we definitely had the scorpion spear, but that's okay. I really like the scorpion spear. It's fine. It's like it's fine to have it's fine to have things something like occasionally, you know. It's fine, but oh my god, that is it. Clovis Pardieux down, wraps up. If I could get some anti-attrition in that final fight, I think I could do a lot better. That is to say, like, crits heal you, things like that. 3 new explorations available. Is this what I think it is? Yes, it is. Path to Cruelty. All damage taken is increased. Healing rooms more scarce. Enemies and traps have increased power. Elite enemies attack faster. Path to Hubris, Cruelty, and Insanity. After which, I imagine, we are going to have increasing levels of difficulty to go back and do the same thing. So that means this is normal. And then this, as we've just unlocked, is hard. In fact, it even says standard explorations and then hard explorations there at the very top. I mean, you know what we have to do now, right? It might be prudent of us to do a couple more standard explorations to defeat Pardieux? I immediately forgot their name. Just to try and get a little bit more of a read of their attack patterns and the kinds of ways that we can try and avoid and evade those. But for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Curse of the Dead Gods. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my contents of the game, past, present, and future. And hopefully we'll see you next time.